If you shared the general conception that women don't possess the power to seal the deal legally before the final bell, this video might change your mind. From high kicks from hell to overhand bombs, spinning strikes, and flying knees, the women's MMA archive is packed with brutal knockouts that could even make Alex Pereira envious. So without further ado, here are the coldest KOs in women's MMA history. Vicious finishes that, once seen, are impossible to forget. Do you wonder who the hottest prospect in women's MMA today is? Dakota Ditcheva is the new Ronda Rousey of MMA, currently holding an undefeated record of 14-0 with a 93% finishing rate. When she faced Chelsea Hackett on June 13, 2024, the heavy-hitting fighter showed her adversary just how fragile the human torso can be.
The low leg. Oh! Straight right hand!
She cooked her liver with a devastating knee, forcing the referee to step in and save Hackett from applying for a liver transplant. That wasn't the first nor the last flawless performance by Ditcheva in the cage. On November 29, 2024, she was scheduled to face Taila Santos in the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight Tournament Final. If you remember Taila Santos, she was one of the few fighters who gave Valentina Shevchenko a serious run for her money. Some even believe the Brazilian did enough to earn the decision victory over Valentina. However, against Ditcheva, the story was different. There was no room for doubt. The English-Bulgarian reversed the clinch position and unleashed a relentless barrage of elbows to the head.
That one hurt Taila Santos, digging deep for sure,
while diligently working the body. After a flurry of unanswered strikes, the fight was stopped.
To the body again for a championship!
Women's Flyweight World Champion, Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva!
Looking at Andrade's short stature, she can barely see over the counter at Walmart, let alone look intimidating. However, she compensates with knockout power akin to a heavyweight.
Jessica Andrade!
Poor Karolina Kowalkiewicz learned that the hard way when she squared off against the heavy-hitting Brazilian. Although Karolina is a skilled Muay Thai fighter with a solid striking arsenal, she was no match for Andrade's power. The Brazilian unleashed a nuclear right hand that sent Kowalkiewicz straight to oblivion. The Polish fighter has never been the same since this vicious knockout.
By knockout, Jessica Andrade!
The fastest knockout in UFC history is still held by Jorge Masvidal, and it's hard to imagine anyone topping that 5-second KO against Ben Askren. However, way before his time, there was Veronica Rothenhausler, who scored a KO just as fast as Gamebred. In her fight against Ashley Evans-Smith, Veronica landed a picture-perfect 1-2 combo that put her opponent face first on the canvas.
Is all it took to put the belt around her waist. A disappointed Ashley Evans-Smith. New Tough Enough Women's Featherweight Champion.
Speaking of fast knockouts, Ronda Rousey in her prime was the godmother of dispatching opponents early and efficiently. Her fight against Alexis Davis was no exception. Davis lingered in the line of fire and paid the price, becoming the highlight of the night herself.
Good overhead right by Ronda. And a big throwdown. Right Can she do it right here? It is all over. Just like that. The hip toss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Her arm relaxed and went limp.
And still, the UFC undisputed women's featherweight champion of the world.
The Alexis Davis performance wasn't Ronda's last stunning moment in the octagon. When she faced Beth Correa, the American was eager to prove she was not just a grappler, that her striking was just as dangerous as her submissions. They came out swinging from the opening bell, trading dynamite punches. Unfortunately for Correa, Ronda's firepower was superior, sending her on a blind date with the canvas.
Hedge Correa's in big trouble. It's all over, just like that.
Oh my goodness. She is better than she's ever been before, and she was already the best.
There was a time when Sabina Mazo was a feared knockout artist, renowned for her cemetery-grade high kicks. Thornton, her unlucky opponent, had no idea Mazo had studied countless Mirko Cro Cop highlights. The realization struck with 10 seconds left in the first round. Mazo unleashed a high kick from hell that left poor Thornton frozen like Elsa.
That's it. That's good night, Ray.
She left the angle wide open on that. Her husband is sprinting into the cage.
Jumping in to stop the hammer fist that was coming down on an already unconscious Thornton.
Knockout, Sabina, Colombian Queen Mazo.
While Thornton didn't realize how deadly Mazo's high kick could be, her next opponent should have done her homework to avoid a similar fate. On September 22, 2017, Mazo faced Lindsey Williams for the #1 contender spot in the LFA Women's Flyweight Championship. Mazo replicated the same technique, crow-copping Williams to the shadow realm and proving once again that her high kick is as lethal as an RPG.
That's the timing.
Another highlight reel head kick delivered from Sabina Mazo.
With the right. No, she stepped to the left, though, with her left foot. Mazo timed it, caught her stepping into the kick.
Knockout, Sabina, the Colombian Queen Mazo.
And you know who else is renowned for one of the best high kick KOs in women's MMA? Rose Namajunas. On April 24, 2021, she was set to lock horns with Zhang Weili, one of the most well-rounded fighters on the UFC roster. Rose was a huge underdog entering that bout, and for good reason. The Chinese fighter was beating everyone the UFC had put in front of her. To the surprise of many, the American connected with a high kick through the guard that sent her foe crashing to the canvas.
Inside low kick.
Namajunas jumped on the wounded prey to get the job done before the referee pulled her off. However, this wasn't the first time Thug Rose shocked the world with a huge upset. 4 years prior, she was matched against the undefeated Joanna Jędrzejczyk with the UFC Women's Strawweight Championship on the line. Joanna was the boogie woman for this division, and none of her previous opponents could even come close to beating her. Her Muay Thai was so deadly that the only chance to beat her was to take her to the ground and capitalize on her lack of experience in the grappling department. Try telling that to Rose. For some reason, she decided to go toe-to-toe with the deadly striker and play Russian roulette at close range. And then, out of nowhere, she unleashed an atomic left that would have made Alex Pereira envious.
Well, Rose... Oh!
Another knockdown! Rose Namajunas trying to close the show!
She was doing a great job of feint.
That is it!
It's over.
Rose Namajunas! Rose Namajunas!
The challenger went for the kill, and after pounding in a couple of nails, the referee waved the fight off. On the other hand, Thug Rose wasn't always the one delivering knockouts, and in her fight against Jessica Andrade, she found herself on the opposite side of the highlight reel. Remember when we said that Andrade possesses a manly power that's hard to explain? In her fight against Rose, she put it straight on full display. The Brazilian subjected Rose to a gravity shock treatment and slammed her on her head. The fight ended with the kind of finality that makes you wonder if there's life after this.
She cannot lift. She can't do it. There, now she's working on the problem, which is the hands. Nope, can't lift there. She's still getting... Oh, she slammed her right on her head. No, you can't! Jessica Jones! UFC Flyweight Champion!
In MMA, knockouts via upkick are as rare as a snowstorm in the desert. Up until 2020, only John Finch and Nico Price had managed to stop their opponents this way in the UFC. Then came Irene Aldana. When she faced Macy Chiasson, Aldana was losing the fight.
Coach Team Thomas, what do you have, sir? You know, Macy is using our...
But in the second round, she pulled off something extraordinary. From her back, she launched a perfectly placed upkick to Chiasson's liver region.
Smart here. That's very smart right there.
What happened?
The impact was devastating, dropping Chiasson like a marionette with its strings cut. That sharp, decisive strike not only turned the fight around, but also paved the way for Aldana's shot at Amanda Nunes in the bantamweight throne. Watch the full fight here. When Zhang Weili and Joanna Jędrzejczyk first collided in 2020, they delivered one of the greatest wars in UFC history, leaving fans breathless. Zhang edged out a decision, leaving Joanna battered but determined to reclaim her former glory. In their rematch, there was no belt on the line, but plenty of pride. Jędrzejczyk wanted redemption, while Zhang sought to prove her championship medal after back-to-back losses to Rose Namajunas. Their second encounter was just as fiery, but it ended with a jaw-dropping moment. As Joanna rushed forward, Zhang unleashed a spinning back fist that connected with terrifying precision, sending Joanna crashing to the canvas. The KO was as emphatic as it was brutal, etching itself into the annals of MMA history. Valentina Shevchenko is a true martial artist, blending precision striking, elite clinch work, and tactical brilliance. When she defended her flyweight belt against Jessica Ai, skeptics doubted her versatility. Shevchenko silenced them with a masterclass performance. The fight began with Shevchenko targeting Ai's body with calculated kicks, wearing her down with surgical precision. Then, in round 2, Shevchenko unleashed a head kick so perfectly disguised it could have fooled a hawk.
Oh, head kick, that's it.
The strike landed flush, leaving Ai unconscious on the mat. A chilling reminder of Shevchenko's dominance and why she's often hailed as the flyweight GOAT. Fans are now eager to see if Valentina can regain her crown in a trilogy against Alexa Grasso. While the UFC is widely considered the pinnacle of MMA, fans often overlook that other promotions have witnessed knockouts so spectacular they can make UFC's finest look like regular folks. Such was the case between Jin Yu Frey and Darla Harris at SCS 18. When that straight left landed, it was GG. Well played. Like and subscribe for more MMA content like this.